Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Chizo right here, and welcome back to Chizo Tech Talk. So today we are looking at the core principles of cybersecurity. We are looking at the basic principles or the basic pillars onto which cybersecurity is built. So this is known as the CIA triad. So what does the CIA triad do? It ensures that our data and information is safe. How? Got you listening. So the CIA triad is the core principle of cybersecurity, and it stands for three principles, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. We shall get to break it down what all those principles mean and how do they apply in cybersecurity as the core foundations of the entire cybersecurity domain. So basically, we shall start with confidentiality. Confidentiality is a cybersecurity principle that ensures that only authorized people have access to certain piece of information, or only authorized individuals have access to systems at any specific time. So what does this mean? So this simply means confidentiality. You can, if you're not a technical person, you can literally take it as a secret that only should be known by certain people. So if we would get to expound much onto this, the confidentiality element in cybersecurity, we've had a recent case, actually this happened in July, where the Personal Data Protection Office here in Uganda was reporting a case where certain people, I don't want to mention the names, were suing Google for processing their information without their consent. And it's something that is running. It's very, very recent. We would get to put it in this perspective. If at any time heard about some given scenarios like leaking information, we had a scenario last year, I think, year 2024. There is a media company, unpaid employee of that media company leaked employee salaries on social media. And that is a situation of panic, understand? We could also get to look at things like personal identifiable information, or PII. So PII could be things like one, your name number, your phone number, your email address, anything that speaks to you as an individual. So if that information gets into the wrong hands, it could compromise your privacy. That is one. It could lead to identity theft. It could lead to financial loss in a given way if certain people have information that they shouldn't be having access to. That's why for systems, we have things like usernames and passwords, and they should be confidential to you. If you had campaigns of the telco companies when it comes to mobile money, where they're trying to tell you that the PIN is supposed to be secret, it's supposed to be a secret to you. You shouldn't be sharing it with anybody else. So is your password and some other things that you intend, you as an individual, to only give out with matters to do with authentication and authorization by a specific party. So that is what confidentiality is all about. So we have another aspect or another principle, a core principle, which is also known as integrity. So integrity, this is quite very simple. Integrity ensures that data is in accurate form and it is not altered in a specific way. So in cybersecurity, it is this principle that ensures that the data that is being used, or the piece of information that is being exchanged between parties, the processors and whoever is involved in the process, it is reliable because it is in its true or accurate form. So that is the other core principle of cybersecurity. Then the last one is availability. Availability is simply is a cybersecurity principle that ensures that systems are available or they are accessible as and when we need to get to access them. Life examples. So we have bodies like UEDCL, but if at any time you need to, let's say, have access to electricity, you need power, and you get to switch on your lights and they're not switching on, and there was no any prior communication from the specific bodies that maybe between these specific dates, electricity will be off in the specific areas, then the availability bit is compromised as a core principle in information security. So it also gets back to, if you could literally get to wake up at any specific time of the day, and then you need to access your social media handles, and then they're not accessible, and there was no any prior communication as to why that happened. So if there has been no any prior communication, then we shall have issues with a compromise of a core principle of availability in cybersecurity. So with the CIA triad being now looked at as a core principle, we shall be going ahead to see how it could be applied in the normal circumstances of cybersecurity and information security operations. But thank you guys for tuning in, and peace. Catch you up on the next one.